Hey everybody, do you know what time it is? It's time for room 9. Can I get a what? My name's Miss Brewer. I'm here to teach math, solving problems all the time, even in the bath. Multiplication, division, subtraction, and add, giving you strategies so problems aren't so bad. So I need you to grab a pencil, paper, and we'll be on our way. When you have them both, I want to hear you say, I'm ready for math. Say, I'm ready for math. Who's ready for math? Oh yeah, we're ready for math. All right, boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Brewer, and of course I'm here to teach 3rd grade math. The 3rd graders in math are the best. All right, and I am a 3rd grade teacher at Gordon Bush Elementary School in the East St. Louis School District. So boys and girls, this week you have been so extremely helpful to me and my family. So I'm back here at home, just me and the cicadas. It's a beautiful evening out. So I thought, you know what, boys and girls, this would be a great time to work on another fraction lesson. And I kept thinking, you know, nothing would make my day better than talking about fractions. All right, who's ready for fractions tonight? I am, or today, I guess. For you guys, it's today. For me, it's tonight. All right, so let's think about what we talked about the past week, okay? When we started on Monday, we started talking about 1/2. If you remember, we had a problem at the beginning of the week. My kids were making brownies and they couldn't figure out how to share them evenly. And we talked about using fractions, okay? Tuesday, we had talked about how to write a fraction, okay? What do we know goes in the air? You're right. Numerators go in the air, right? And what number's on the bottom? What number goes down there? You're exactly right. We know the denominator goes down there, okay? So boys and girls, let's talk a little bit more about those terms. What does a numerator tell us? You are exactly right. The numerator tells us what we're asking for, or how many of what we're asking for, right, boys and girls? So if I was trying to find out how many pieces were shaded red, the numerator would tell me how many pieces were red. You're exactly right. We're going to look at some examples here in just a second, boys and girls. What about the denominator? What does the denominator tell us? You're exactly right. The denominator tells us how many pieces in all of the whole, okay? So if we were talking about pepperoni pizza, and there were pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, ham, pineapple. Some people like pineapple in the pizza. Not this girl. All right. So, but if we were just talking about the pepperoni pizza, I'm not worried about right now how many pieces of sausage, how many pieces. So how many of one whole pizza? Just the pepperoni, okay? So we are going to talk about a couple things today, and we are first, like I had mentioned, going to practice writing fractions and practicing what a numerator is and what a denominator is, okay? And so I'm back home, so unfortunately I don't have my fun fraction pieces with me, boys and girls. I'm so sorry. I was so excited on Friday to walk out of school. I forgot to bring them home with me. But never fail, because you know I am never far from my handy dandy whiteboard. Okay? So boys and girls, we are right back where we left off. Okay? So this was my pan of brownies. Well, not mine, boys and girls, if you recall, my family's, right? I was at school teaching while they were at home baking and enjoying a snack, okay? So if we remember, if by the time I got home, this piece was gone, this piece was gone, and this one was gone, okay? So everything that I kind of shaded with the squigglies, all right, they are the pieces that were missing when I got home. Someone had already eaten theirs, okay? Don't worry, that little piece there that's still left, they didn't leave it for me, all right? So I want to know what fraction of the brownies were eaten when I got home, boys and girls, okay? What fraction of the brownies were eaten? I'm trying to angle my camera a little bit here. You moving? You there? Here? There? You never know where I'm going to be, right? Okay. So what do I know I need to draw first for my fractions? You're exactly right. I'm going to draw my fraction bar first. And remember that fraction bar is just the line that divides the numerator and denominator. Okay? All it does. All right? So my numerator, we already said, goes up in the air. All right? So that tells us what, boys and girls? I'm asking for how many pieces were eaten. So my numerator has to tell me what? You're right. The number of pieces that were eaten. Okay? So when we look here, how many pieces were eaten? All I need to do for this is count. There is 1, 2, 3. 3 pieces have been eaten. So I am just going to write a 3 in the numerator place, just like this. Okay? So here is my 3 for the numerator. 3 pieces were eaten. That's my numerator. So now I need to find my denominator. Remember, denominator down. What does my denominator tell me? Doesn't tell me how many pieces are left. It tells me what? Right, my dog just barked the answer to me. The denominator tells me how many pieces in all. So how many pieces do we divide this whole into? Well, we just count again, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? You're right, I counted this piece. Well, why would I count this piece? You're right, because I want to know how many pieces in all, not just how many were eaten, not just how many were left. I need to know how many in all. And so there were 4, boys and girls, pieces in all. So what fraction was eaten? You're exactly right. 3/4. Remember that fourth? We got to add that THS on the end. Fourth. Not 3/4, 3/4. Everybody say it. Let me clean the camera off. Yeah, I got some on that. Fourths. We're going to get good with that, boys and girls, okay? So when we say fractions, we got to remember that when we read the fraction names, okay? So now using the same picture, the same can of brownies, boys and girls, I want you to tell me on your piece of paper you have there in front of you, what fraction of my brownies were not eaten. Can you write that for me? What fraction of my brownies were not eaten? And boys and girls, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to write it on your pencil paper. If you don't have pencil paper, get that finger in the air. It's okay. You always have something to write with here. All right? On your mark. Get set. Fraction! This really is a hardworking group. I like the way you're working on this fraction right now. That's great. Fraction frenzy, fraction frenzy. All right, about 5 seconds. All right, now show me what you got. Question. Say it a little louder again. What'd you get? And don't forget the at the end of fraction. Oh, so I'm hearing a lot of you say 1/4. If you got 1/4, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so you agree with one of the other boys and girls out there. Okay, so now let's look. Let's break this apart. So where did the 1 come from? Oh, so there's one piece that wasn't eaten. So the numerator tells me what am I asking for? And I asked for what fraction was not eaten. The 1 piece was not eaten. That's correct. But wait, this had a 4. This has a 4. Can that be right? Why can they both be the same? Oh, because now we're talking about the denominator, right, boys and girls? And the denominator tells me how many pieces in all. In all. That is correct. In all. Okay? And so up top, how many pieces do we have? Or how many were eaten? You're exactly right. We had 4 pieces, right? And so in the bottom, when we said how many were left, what do we say? Right, it was still 4 pieces in all. We never cut this anymore, did we, boys and girls? No, we didn't. Absolutely not. We did not cut this. All right, so let's try another one of these, boys and girls. Let's get used to writing fractions based off of a picture, okay? Mrs. Brewer made the mistake of grabbing a wet wipe instead of a napkin. So therefore, my board is wet and I need to write on it. So let me dry it off real quick, boys and girls. All right, teachers ever do that? Every now and then make a mistake and say, oh, didn't done that? Yeah. What happens every now and then? See, everybody makes mistakes. So if you even made a mistake with your math, it's okay. We all do. All right. So now, talking about pizza, we're going to pretend that Miss Brewer has a pizza. Okay? And I'm going to eat part of my pizza. It's only fair. My family's been eating brownies all week. This is my pizza, right? So I sit down with one whole pizza. And then I realize, boys and girls, I don't think I can eat all of it. So I need you to tell me what fraction now of my pizza did I eat? Okay? And the squiggly line means that's gone. That's what I ate. Okay? So I'm going to give you about 20 seconds maybe for this one to go ahead and solve what fraction did I eat. On your mark, get set, go. right, got some hard workers again. It's okay not to know, but it's not okay not to try. So I like everybody trying. All right, got a couple more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Pencils down. What'd you get? Oh, okay. So what am I going to draw first again? You're right. I'm going to draw my fraction bar first. Fraction bar. All right. Now, what number is going to go on the top? Oh, you're telling me 1, huh? Why 1? Oh, because that's how many pieces I ate. Okay. Here goes my 1. Now, what's going to go on the bottom? Oh, 2. All right. Does anybody agree with 2? I probably think you should agree with 2. Why? You're exactly right. Because the denominator tells us how many pieces in all. You're exactly right. And how many pieces is my whole divided into? You're right. 2. Just 2. 2, right? Okay. So what fraction did I eat? You're right. 1/2. Trick question. What fraction is left? Go ahead and take about 20 seconds to write what fraction's left. Go. I'm timing you, don't worry. So my phone closed. All right, 3, 2, 1. What'd you get? But that's what you just got here. That's what you just gave me here. So, boys and girls, I'm hearing people out there tell me 1/2, but that doesn't make sense, does it? If I ate 1/2, will there still be 1/2 left? Oh, you're right. Because boys and girls, when we know we put 2 halves together, what do we get? We get 1 whole, right? Just like the paper the other day, if I put those 2 pieces together, what did I get? Those 2 halves, I got 1 whole. Same thing here. 2 halves I can put together to make what? 1 whole. Great job, boys and girls. Do you think we could go a little harder? Think we can make it just a little harder? Let's try one. Let's try some challenge ones. Okay? Boys and girls, I feel like we're really getting the hang of this. Okay? So let's try bumping it up just a little bit. Okay? So now we're going to stick with my circle. This time we're going to make a pie. Anybody like pie? I like pie. We talked about pie the other day. Now, boys and girls, as I'm drawing my pieces here, what's the big thing I need to keep in mind with piece size? You're right. Each piece needs to stay what? Needs to be equal. You're right, boys and girls. We need equal, right? Equal. What? Equal. You see me? You see me? Outside, it's getting dark. All right, boys and girls. I'm trying to add just a little light. Shining a little light on fraction. Okay. Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke. All right. So now I think you can see this still. Good. You still see me. Sun went down a lot quicker than I thought it was going to, boys and girls, but we're in the middle of fractions, so I don't want to ruin what we're doing right now, okay? Ruin what we're doing. So you're exactly right. The one thing I wanted to keep in mind when I was drawing these pieces is that we really want to keep them equal, right? As equal as we can. Ooh, kind of looks like we're getting ready to tell ghost stories, isn't it? Ooh, the fractions. Okay. All right. So you're right. We're we're talking about fractions, these pieces have to stay equal. You're exactly right. So let's say this is my favorite pie. I got a piece, my husband got a piece, and my daughter got a piece. Okay? So I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and you're going to tell me what fraction of my pie was eaten. Okay? What fraction was eaten? On your mark, get set, go. I went dark for just a second because my timer's on the other side. Here I am, back again. All right, I'm watching the timer, boys and girls. About 15 more seconds, doing great, working hard. That's all I ask, working hard. Working hard. We're always gonna go through it, remember that? Always gonna go through it, right? Working hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down, what'd you get? Oh, we don't know how to say the bottom number just yet? That's okay. I'll show you how to say the bottom number. Okay? That is not a problem whatsoever. Okay, boys and girls? So let's look at this. Same thing, sorry. You guys can see me. I know you can see the board. That's all I'm worried about right now. You guys can see the board. That's it. All right. So what number is going to go on top? What number is going to go on top here? You're right. 3. Where do we get the 3 from? Where do we get that numerator from? You're right. It's how many pieces were eaten. I would just simply count 1, 2, 3. What am I going to put at the bottom, boys and girls? You're right. I'm going to put 6. I know this is bigger than what we used before. Okay? It is bigger than what we used, but we could still do this, couldn't we? Right. So the one thing I'm going to go through is how to read this, because I heard some of you say 3 6s. Not 3 6s. It's 3, 6. 6. 3, 6. Right? You got it? 3 what? 6. You're exactly right. Good job, boys and girls. Now, let's take this a little further. Now, both my sons got home, ate a piece of pie. What fraction now, boys and girls, is eaten? What fraction now is eaten? Take about 30 seconds, go. Working hard, working hard. You work hard for the fractions. Also hard for the fractions. You got 9 seconds, so you better get it right, right? That's just what I've been thinking all day. All right, 3, 2, and 1. What did you get? Oh, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. I got 5, 6. Anybody else get 5, 6? Good, good, good. Why am I getting a shadow now? All right, you're exactly right. But how did I get 5, 6? You're right. My numerator tells me how many pieces were eaten, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces were eaten. And what does that 6 tell me? You're right. How many pieces in all? So did we cut any more pieces? Nope, still 6, right? Boys and girls, help me out. What fraction of my pie is left? Okay, take about 20 seconds. Tell me what fraction of my pie is left. All right, what'd you get? I had somebody tell me 1, 6. Really dark, boys and girls. I'm so sorry. Apparently, Miss Brewer should have paid attention. What time the sun went down? Okay. Anybody else get 1, 6? Where did that 1, 6 come from? You're right. The numerator tells us how many pieces are left, right? There's 1 piece that's left. Mosquito, guys. Ooh. And then why can't I have the denominator 6 for both of these? Right. Because there's still 6 pieces in all, right? It's still 6. Everybody say 6 again. You're right. There's still 6 pieces in all. That did not change, did it, boys and girls? We didn't cut any more pieces. We didn't take any more away, did we? No, we didn't. You know, boys and girls, I think I showed you a Hershey bar the other day. I think I better get inside and go get one. And I think we're going to need to light a bonfire. I think it's a great night for some s'mores. What do you think? Hear the cicadas? They agree. All right, boys and girls, it has been a pleasure being here with you till the sun went down, doing math from the sun up the other morning to sundown tonight. All right, boys and girls, I will see you back here on Monday at 2 o'clock to see me and to work some more fractions. Have a great Friday and also have a great weekend, boys and girls. I will see you later. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.